Ever wish you could just hit delete on, like, the bad parts of your credit history? You know, like legally make a bankruptcy or a repossession just vanish?
Right.
Sounds a little too good to be true, Ryder.
It does.
Well, that's what we're diving into today.
Okay.
Metro 2 compliance.
Fascinating concept.
It is.
The idea that you can potentially use a compliance standard
Yeah.
to your advantage in this way is pretty intriguing.
And you shared some clips from a YouTube video featuring credit expert Dion Coopwood.
Right.
And he just breaks down what Metro 2 is all about.
Yeah.
And what really struck me was his passion for this.
Oh,
So I
absolutely.
can tell he really believes in it.
Right from the start.
Yeah.
He's very clear about what Metro 2 is and what it isn't.
Okay.
He emphasizes
Yeah.
that it's a compliance standard,
Right.
not a credit repair scheme.
Why is that distinction so important
Yeah.
for someone like me trying to improve their credit?
It underscores the legal power behind Metro 2.
Okay.
It's not some loophole or trick.
Right.
It's about using the established rules
Okay.
of the credit reporting system to your advantage.
Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty.
Right.
What exactly is Metro 2?
Okay.
And where did it even come from?
Think of it like the rule book for the credit bureaus themselves.
Okay.
Back in 1997,
Yep.
the big three credit bureaus,
Right.
through their association, they created Metro 2 to make sure that the information they're reporting is accurate.
Okay.
It's all about data integrity.
So if something on my credit report
Right.
doesn't follow these Metro 2 rules, that's where I have some leverage.
Exactly.
Okay.
It throws the accuracy of the entire report into question, which means you have grounds to challenge it.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
Dion talks about something called the 5 points of compliance. What are those?
These 5 points are the heart of Metro 2.
Okay.
They lay out specific criteria
Right.
that must be met
Yeah.
for information to be considered accurate and reportable.
Okay.
If even one of these points isn't met, the item on your report can be challenged for deletion.
Can you give me an example of one of these points?
Yeah.
Just so I can wrap my head around
Okay.
how this actually works.
One of the points has to do with the date of account information.
Okay.
This means that the credit bureaus have to be able to prove when they received information
Okay.
about a particular debt.
Gotcha.
If they can't verify that date,
Right.
the entire entry could be deemed non-compliant and potentially removed.
So it's not just about whether the debt is accurate.
Exactly.
It's about the credit bureaus being able to prove every detail surrounding it.
And that's why understanding these 5 points is so crucial.
Yeah.
They give you a framework
Okay.
for analyzing your credit report and identifying potential areas
Yeah.
where the bureaus might be falling short.
Now, Dion also mentioned something called EOSCAR.
Okay.
What is that?
EOSCAR
Yeah.
stands for Electronic Online System for Complete and Accurate Reporting.
Okay.
It's the system the credit bureaus use to process disputes.
So it's like the gateway?
You could say that
Okay.
for getting those inaccuracies corrected.
And Dion really emphasizes that using Metro 2 is so effective.
Yeah.
Because it speaks the language of EOSCAR. What does that mean? Does it like translate my dispute
Well,
into some kind of code?
not exactly code,
Okay.
but you're on the right track.
Okay.
It's about structuring your dispute in a way that aligns with the system's logic and requirements.
Okay.
Think of it like using the right keywords
Right.
to get your website noticed by search engines.
Okay.
The credit bureaus have their own set of keywords and criteria,
Gotcha.
and Metro 2 helps you craft your dispute in a way that resonates with their system.
Okay, so I'm using Metro 2 to identify potential inaccuracies.
Right.
And I'm framing my disputes in the language of EOSCAR to make sure the credit bureaus pay attention.
Exactly.
But what happens next?
That's when you have to be prepared for some pushback.
Oh, okay.
Dion warns about something called stall
The
letters.
stall letters.
Yeah. What are those?
These are basically tactics the credit bureaus use to try to discourage you from pursuing your dispute.
Really?
Yeah.
So even though I'm using their rule
Right.
and speaking their language,
Yeah.
they might still try to make things difficult.
Well,
Why would they do that?
think about it from their perspective.
Okay.
They're handling a huge volume of disputes every day.
Right.
And let's face it, not every dispute is legitimate.
Right.
So they have systems in place to weed out the frivolous claims
Okay.
and focus on the ones that have merit. So they're basically testing my resolve.
You could see it that way.
Okay.
And that's why Dion stresses the importance of persistence.
Right.
Don't let those stall tactics deter you from exercising your rights.
Okay.
If you believe there's a legitimate inaccuracy on your report,
right,
keep pushing for a resolution.
All of this sounds great in theory.
Yeah.
But does Metro 2 actually work?
Well, in practice, in the video, Dion shows some pretty compelling results. He shares testimonials from people who have used Metro 2 to improve their credit scores, remove bankruptcies, and even get rid of student loan debt.
Wait, student loan debt?
That's what some of the testimonials claim.
Really?
Now, it's important to note that individual results can vary.
Sure.
And it's not a guarantee every negative item will be removed.
Right.
But the examples Dion showcases definitely highlight the potential of Metro 2 to make a significant impact on your financial life.
This is all very encouraging, but even with all this information, it still sounds a bit overwhelming.
Right.
How does someone like ME even begin to navigate all of this?
That's where Dion software comes in.
Okay.
He designed it to streamline the whole Metro 2 process.
Okay.
It helps you identify potential inaccuracies.
Right.
Generate those EOS car compliant dispute letters, and even track the progress of your disputes.
So it's like having
yes,
a personal credit repair assistant?
It takes a lot of the guesswork and technical complexity out of the equation.
And he doesn't just offer software, right?
That's right.
He also talks about the importance of community and education.
He believes that true credit empowerment comes not just from information, but from support and guidance. He offers access to a private community, courses and coaching calls to help people navigate the process and stay motivated.
It sounds like he's built a whole ecosystem around Metro 2.
Yeah.
But before we dive into all of that, I want to make sure we understand the basics of how the software actually works.
Right.
What's the first step?
Well, the first thing you'll do is input your personal information. This includes your driver's license, social security card, and proof of residency.
That sounds like some pretty sensitive information.
It is.
How do I know it's secure?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And Dion addresses this directly in the video. He emphasizes the importance of data security and confidentiality. The software uses industry standard encryption and security protocols to protect your information.
Okay, that makes me feel better.
Good.
So after I've inputted my personal details, what's next?
That's when you get to the heart of the action. The attack area.
Attack area. Now we're talking.
This is where you choose which types of negative items you want to target.
So I can be strategic about which items I go after first.
Exactly. You might want to start with the negative items that are having the biggest impact on your score. Or you might want to focus on items that are easier to dispute and more likely to be removed.
So how does the software actually help me attack these negative items? Do I have to be a legal expert to use this thing?
Not at all. That's the beauty of it. The software is designed to be user-friendly and accessible to everyone. Once you've selected the negative items you want to target, the software automatically generates Metro 2 compliant dispute letters.
So it does all the heavy lifting for me.
Exactly.
I don't have to worry about figuring out the right language or formatting.
It takes care of all the technical details. So you can focus on the strategy and get those disputes rolling. And once the letters are generated, you have two options. You can either print them out and mail them yourself, or you can use the software's integration with third-party letter processing services.
Third-party letter processing. So they handle all the printing and mailing for me.
Exactly.
This is incredible.
It is.
It really does streamline the whole process. But, okay, let's back up for a second. How do I even know which accounts to attack in the first place? I don't want to accidentally target a positive account and mess up my credit even more.
That's where the software's categorization feature comes in. Remember how it analyzes your credit reports and creates a list of your accounts? Well, it also categorizes them, clearly labeling the positive accounts you want to protect and the negative ones you might want to target.
So it's like having a roadmap of my credit report.
Yeah.
Showing me the safe zones and the areas where I can make some moves.
And to avoid any accidental attacks.
Right.
On those positive accounts.
Yeah.
The software even has a feature that lets you highlight.
Okay.
And protect them.
Why is it so important to avoid attacking those positive accounts?
Because remember,
yeah,
Metro 2 is a powerful tool.
Right.
It's based on challenging the accuracy and compliance of information on your credit report. And if a positive account, even one with a good payment history, doesn't meet those strict Metro 2 standards, it could potentially be removed.
Wow, that's a good point.
Yeah.
So I really have to be careful and strategic with how I use this tool.
Knowledge is power.
Right.
And understanding how the software works is essential for maximizing its benefits.
I'm starting to see why Dion is so passionate about this. It's not just about the software. It's about empowering people to understand their rights and take control of their financial lives.
Exactly.
Speaking of goals, before we go A&Y further, let's talk at cost.
Okay.
How much does this software actually run?
Dion offers a few different pricing plans.
Okay.
The base plan starts at $147 a month.
$147 a month?
Yeah.
That's less than some people pay for cable?
That's a great way to put it into perspective.
So what exactly do I get with that base plan?
With the base plan, you can work on the credit profiles of up to 4 people each month.
4 people.
Yeah.
So I could use it for myself and help out some family members.
Exactly.
Okay, so for $147 a month, I get the software, the letter generation, the account categorization, and I can help up to 4 people.
Right.
That's a pretty good deal.
It is.
Plus, Dion mentions that you also get 4 free ebooks when you sign up.
Those ebooks are packed with valuable information on credit building, business credit, and even leveraging your credit for rewards and travel perks.
All right, so that's the base plan.
Okay.
What about those higher tier plans you mentioned?
Yeah.
Who are they for?
The higher tier plans are designed for people who want to start or grow a credit repair business.
Ah, so this isn't just for individuals looking to fix their own credit.
Right.
This is for entrepreneurs as well.
Exactly.
So what's the pricing like for those higher tier plans?
One of the plans Dion mentions is $297 a month.
Okay.
With that plan, you can work on the credit profiles of up to 17 people.
Wow, 17 people.
That's a lot.
So if you were charging each client, say, $100 a month, that's a potential to earn $1,700 a month.
That's right.
So even if you just helped out a handful of clients each month, you could easily cover the cost of the software. And then...
And that's without factoring in the potential for referrals and word-of-mouth marketing as you start getting results for people.
And beyond the financial aspect, wouldn't you say there's also a sense of fulfillment?
Absolutely.
In helping people overcome their credit challenges?
Yeah.
Credit issues can be incredibly stressful.
They can.
And knowing you're playing a role in improving someone's financial life,
it's rewarding.
Must be incredibly rewarding.
Absolutely.
It sounds like Dion has really tapped into something special here.
It seems like it.
He's created a system that combines cutting-edge technology with genuine care and support.
It's a winning combination.
And you know what's really cool?
What's that?
He doesn't just throw you the software and say, good luck. He actively fosters a sense of community and encourages ongoing learning.
That's right.
He offers access to a private community, courses, and even coaching calls.
It's like having a mentor and a support system throughout your entire credit journey.
It's like he's created a whole ecosystem around Metro 2.
Yeah.
You've got the software, the community, the educational resources.
Yeah.
It's a complete package.
Exactly.
He understands that success requires more than just information.
Yeah.
It takes belief, support, and consistent action. And that's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
Because while this software can definitely be a game changer, it's not a magic bullet.
Right.
You still have to put in the work and be consistent.
Absolutely.
Dion emphasizes that point.
He does.
Throughout the video. You can have the best tools in the world.
Right.
But if you don't use them effectively, you won't see the results.
Right.
It's like having a gym membership.
Exactly.
Just signing up doesn't make you fit.
That's a perfect analogy.
You have to actually go to the gym, and work out consistently. The same principle applies here. Yeah. You have to commit to the process and be consistent with your efforts. Right. Speaking of commitment, let's talk about the time investment involved here. Yeah. How long does it typically take to see results with Metro 2?
Well, Dion addresses that question head on. Okay. And his answer is refreshingly honest. It depends. Okay. He highlights the fact that every credit profile is unique. Sure. The severity of your negative items, the number of disputes you're filing, even the responsiveness of the credit bureaus can all play a role.
So some people might see results in a few weeks, while others might need to be patient for several months.
Exactly.
And that's why having a supportive community and access to coaching calls can be so valuable.
It can.
It helps you stay motivated and on track. Yeah. Even when the process takes time.
It does.
So it's not about quick fixes. It's about playing the long game and staying committed to your financial goals.
That's the key takeaway here. Yeah. And honestly, that approach applies to so many areas of life, not just credit repair.
You're absolutely right. Yeah. Whether you're building a business, learning a new skill, or improving your health. Yeah. Consistent effort over time is what leads to lasting results.
It is.
And when it comes to something as crucial as your credit,
absolutely,
that commitment is well worth it.
It is.
I couldn't agree more. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. Yeah. We've talked about what Metro 2 is, how the software works, the pricing, the community, and the importance of commitment. Right. But before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I want to highlight one more crucial aspect. Okay. The legal side of things. Ah, yes. We have to make sure we're operating within the bounds of the law.
That's fundamental. Right. Yeah, we have to make sure we do that.
We don't want to end up in hot water by accidentally doing something illegal.
No, no.
So let's talk about how Metro 2 aligns with consumer protection laws. All right. And what rights you have as a consumer. Okay. All right, so what's the legal basis for using Metro 2 to challenge items on my credit report?
Well, Metro 2 itself isn't a law.
Okay.
But it's based on the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Right. Or FCRA. Okay. This is a federal law that governs how credit reporting agencies collect, use, and share your credit information.
So it's like the FCRA sets the rules, and Metro 2 provides a framework for enforcing those rules.
That's a great way to put it. Okay. The FCRA gives you the right to dispute inaccurate or incomplete information on your credit report.
And Metro 2 gives me a specific set of standards to use.
Precisely, when challenging those inaccuracies.
But what happens if the credit bureaus don't respond to my disputes? Or if they reject them? Without a valid reason.
The FCRA also gives you the right to sue.
Wait, hold on. Yeah. I can actually sue them.
You can. Wow. And in some cases, you might even be entitled to damages. The FCRA has some pretty strong teeth.
That's good to know.
It is.
It gives me some leverage if I'm dealing with stubborn credit bureaus or data furnishers who are ignoring my legitimate disputes.
It does.
But as with any legal matter,
absolutely,
it's always best to consult with an attorney if you're considering taking legal action.
It is.
Okay. Yeah. So we've talked about the legal framework, the FCRA, and my rights as a consumer. We've explored the origins of Metro 2, the software designed to streamline the process, and the legal framework that supports it.
We've laid a solid foundation for understanding this powerful tool and its potential impact on your financial life.
Exactly.
Okay.
Welcome back to our deep dive into Metro 2 compliance. In the last part, we talked about what Metro 2 is, how the credit bureaus use it, and the legal framework that supports it. Now, I'm curious, does this really work? What kind of results are people actually seeing with this?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And it's one that Dion addresses directly in the video you shared. Remember all those testimonials he showed?
Yeah.
With people sharing their success stories?
I do.
Those weren't just isolated incidents.
Okay.
He's got screenshots from his community showing people getting incredible results.
I remember being particularly struck by the number of people reporting success with student loan debt removal.
Oh, yeah.
That seems almost impossible.
It does.
How are they doing that?
It is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Apparently, some student loan accounts have inaccuracies or reporting errors.
Okay.
that violate Metro 2's 5 points of compliance.
Right.
And when those errors are brought to light through a properly formatted dispute, the credit bureaus are obligated to investigate and potentially remove the debt from the credit report.
So it's not that the debt itself is erased, but rather that it's removed from the credit report.
Exactly.
Which can have a huge GE impact on someone's financial life.
Yeah. Student loan debt can be a huge burden, making it difficult to qualify for mortgages, car loans, or even rent an apartment.
Right.
So even if the debt still exists, removing it from the credit report can open up a lot of opportunities.
Okay, so we've seen that Metro 2 can be used to address a wide range of negative items, from student loans to bankruptcies.
Right.
But what about the speed of the process?
Okay.
How long does it typically take to see results?
That's another area where Metro 2 seems to have an edge. Traditional credit repair can often be a slow and frustrating process, dragging on for months or even years. But people using Metro 2 are reporting much faster results.
How much faster are we talking about?
Some people are seeing significant improvements in just a few weeks.
Wow.
Of course, every situation is unique.
Right.
And there's no guarantee of a specific time frame.
Okay.
But the fact that Metro 2 can potentially expedite the process is a game changer.
It is.
For people who need to improve their credit quickly.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
If you're trying to buy a house or get a car loan, time is of the essence.
It is.
You don't want to be waiting around for months while your credit score slowly climbs.
Exactly. And that's another reason why understanding Metro 2 can be so empowering. It gives you the tools and knowledge to take control of your credit and accelerate your progress towards your financial goals.
This is all incredibly exciting.
It is.
But before we get too carried away with all the possibilities, I think it's important to be realistic. Are there any potential challenges or pitfalls that people should be aware of when using Metro 2?
You're absolutely right.
Okay.
While Metro 2 can be a powerful tool, it's important to understand its limitations. And be prepared for potential roadblocks.
So what are some of the challenges people might encounter?
Well, one of the most common challenges is dealing with those stall letters we discussed earlier.
Right.
Remember, credit bureaus might try to delay the process by requesting additional information or verification.
So even though I'm using their rules, they might still try to make things difficult.
It can be frustrating.
It seems a bit counterintuitive.
Yeah, but it's important to remember that the credit bureaus handle a massive volume of disputes every day.
Right.
Their systems are designed to filter out frivolous claims. And ensure that only legitimate disputes are investigated.
So those stall letters could be seen as a way of testing the waters.
You could see it that way.
Making sure that I'm serious about my dispute and have the evidence to back it up.
And that's why it's so important to be prepared, organized, and persistent. Make sure you have all your documentation in order. Respond promptly to any requests from the credit bureaus. And don't get discouraged if the process takes a little longer than you expected.
So persistence is key.
Yeah.
What are some other challenges I might face when using Metro 2?
Another challenge arises when dealing with mixed accounts.
Mixed accounts?
Yeah.
What are those?
These are accounts that have both positive and negative aspects.
Can you give me an example of a mixed account?
Sure. Let's say you have a credit card that you generally use responsibly, making on-time payments and keeping your balance low. But then there was one period where you fell behind on payments. Maybe due to a job loss or unexpected medical bills. That late payment history would be considered a negative aspect. Even though the overall account is mostly positive.
So how do you approach a mixed account when using Metro 2? It seems tricky.
It does.
Do you try to challenge the negative aspects while preserving the positive aspects?
Exactly. It requires a strategic approach. You have to weigh the potential benefits of challenging the negative aspects against the risk of potentially losing the positive aspects of the account.
So it's like a balancing act.
Exactly.
Trying to maximize the positive impact while minimizing any potential negative consequences.
Precisely. And this is where the software can be particularly helpful. It provides tools and insights that can help you assess the situation and make informed decisions.
But even with the software, it sounds like navigating those mixed accounts can get pretty complex.
It can be. And that's why it's always a good idea to seek guidance from experienced Metro 2 practitioners or credit repair professionals.
Okay.
They can help you analyze your specific situation.
Right.
And develop the most effective strategy.
So having an expert in your corner can make a big difference.
Absolutely.
Especially when dealing with those more nuanced situations.
It's like having a seasoned guide to help you navigate the complexities of the credit reporting landscape.
Okay, so we've talked about potential pushback from credit bureaus and the challenges of dealing with mixed accounts.
Right.
What other pitfalls should people be aware of?
One thing to keep in mind is that Metro 2 compliance isn't a guarantee of deletion. While it significantly increases your chances of success, there are still instances where items might not be removed, even if they don't meet the compliance standards.
So even if I do everything right, I gather my evidence, I craft my dispute letters perfectly, and I follow all the rules, there's still a chance that the credit bureaus might not budge.
That's right. It's important to go into this process with realistic expectations.
Right.
Metro 2 is a powerful tool. But it's not a magic wand. There are a lot of factors involved.
Sure.
And sometimes the outcome might not be what you hoped for.
That's a good reminder.
Yeah.
It's easy to get caught up in all the excitement and success stories, but it's important to be realistic about the potential challenges and uncertainties involved.
It is.
Absolutely. And it's also important to be patient.
Yeah.
Credit repair takes time.
It does.
Even if you're using Metro 2 and seeing fast results, it's still a process that requires commitment and consistency.
That's right.
So what you're saying is that Metro 2 isn't a quick fix. It's more like a long-term strategy for improving your financial health.
Exactly. It's about taking control of your credit, understanding your rights, and using the tools available to you to build a better financial future.
Okay, so we've covered some of the potential challenges and pitfalls.
Right.
Now let's shift gears and talk about strategies for success.
Okay.
What are some proactive steps people can take to maximize their chances of success with Metro 2?
Well, the foundation of any successful Metro 2 strategy is thorough preparation.
Okay.
Before you even think about crafting those dispute letters, you need to gather all the necessary information and documentation.
So it's like building a case for court.
Exactly.
You need evidence to support your claims.
In the world of credit repair, your evidence comes in the form of credit reports, account statements, correspondence with creditors, and any other documentation that can help you paint a clear picture of your financial history.
Okay, so I need to gather all my credit reports, account statements, and any other relevant paperwork. What LSE should I be doing during this preparation phase?
It's also crucial to review your credit reports carefully and identify any inaccuracies or inconsistencies.
All right.
Don't just assume that everything is correct.
Gotcha.
Look for things like incorrect account balances, late payments that you know you made on time, or even accounts that don't belong to you.
So I need to become a credit detective.
That's a great way to put it.
Scrutinizing every detail of my report.
And during your detective work, be meticulous and pay attention to detail. Every piece of information, no matter how small, could be crucial to building your case.
All right, so gather the evidence, review my credit reports, and channel my inner Sherlock Holmes. Got it.
Okay.
What's nexty on our strategic checklist?
Once you've laid that solid foundation of preparation, it's time to start crafting those Metro 2 dispute letters.
Right.
And this is where understanding the nuances of the compliance standards becomes really important.
Right. We're not just blindly firing off generic dispute letters. We need to be targeted and specific in our approach.
Exactly. Each dispute letter should clearly articulate the Metro 2 compliance standard that's being violated and provide specific evidence to support your claim. Don't be vague or make assumptions. Lay out the facts clearly and concisely using the language of the credit reporting system.
So clarity, specificity, and evidence are key. Yeah. But are there any other strategic tips for crafting those Metro 2 letters?
Yeah, absolutely. One effective strategy is to prioritize your disputes. Start by targeting the negative items that are having the biggest impact on your credit score.
So if I have a recent bankruptcy dragging down my score, that should be my first priority.
Address the heavy hitters first. And then you can move on to the smaller blemishes.
Right.
It's about maximizing your efforts and focusing on the areas where you'll see the greatest benefit.
Okay, so prioritize. Right. Be clear, be specific, and provide evidence.
Exactly.
Got it. Yeah. What else should I keep in mind when crafting those Metro 2 disputes?
Another important strategy is to be mindful of your dispute volume. Don't overwhelm the credit bureaus with too many disputes at once.
Why is that? Wouldn't it make sense to just challenge everything all at once and get it over with?
While that might seem logical, in practice, it can actually backfire.
Really? Bombarding the credit bureaus with a ton of disputes at once can slow down the process and potentially lead to less favorable outcomes.
So it's about quality over quantity.
It is.
Focus on crafting strong, well-supported disputes.
Exactly.
Rather than just throwing a bunch of stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Remember, you're not playing a game of chance.
Right.
You're strategically leveraging a compliance standard to achieve specific goals.
Okay, so prioritize, manage my dispute volume, and focus on quality over quantity.
Yeah.
Got it. What LSE can I do to increase my chances of success with Metro 2?
One strategy that's often overlooked is the power of timing. The credit reporting system operates on a cycle. Credit bureaus typically update their information monthly.
So are you saying there are strategic times to submit my disputes?
You're catching on to maximize their impact. Instead of just randomly sending off disputes whenever I feel like it, I can strategically time them to align with the credit bureau's reporting cycle.
Precisely. It's about working smarter, not harder.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's like we're playing a game of chess with the credit bureaus.
That's a good way to put it.
And we're using their own rules to outmaneuver them.
That's the essence of Metro 2. It's about leveraging the system's own rules to achieve your goals.
Okay, so we've got preparation, crafting those killer dispute letters, prioritizing the most impactful items, managing dispute volume, and harnessing the power of timing. Any other strategic gems we should have in our arsenal?
One final strategy that can make a big difference is the power of collaboration.
Collaboration.
Don't underestimate the value of connecting with others who are on the same journey.
You mean joining communities and online forums where people are sharing their Metro 2 experiences?
It's amazing how much you can learn from others who have been through the process. They can offer support, encouragement, and valuable insights that you might not find anywhere else.
So it's about having a tribe of like-minded individuals who are all striving for the same goal.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And by sharing experiences and strategies, you can all benefit from each other's successes and challenges.
That makes sense. Yeah. It's like having a collective brain trust.
It is.
Tacking into the wisdom and experience of the crowd.
Exactly. And these days with online communities and social media, it's easier than ever to connect with people from all over the world who are using Metro 2 to improve their financial lives.
It's a powerful reminder that you're not alone in this journey.
You're not.
There's a whole community of people who are ready to support you and share their knowledge.
And by tapping into that collective wisdom, you're not just increasing your chances of success. You're also expanding your understanding of the credit reporting system and your own financial power.
It's like taking a masterclass in credit repair.
It is.
With real-life experts and success stories as your guide.
And with that, I think we've equipped our listeners.
We have.
With a pretty robust set of strategic tools and insights to embark on their own Metro 2 journey.
Absolutely. We've covered a lot of ground. From real-world results to potential challenges and proactive strategies for success. But our exploration of Metro 2 compliance isn't over yet.
That's right. In the final part of our deep dive, we'll take a closer look at the software itself.
Okay.
Exploring its features and functionalities in detail.
Right.
We'll also answer some common questions and concerns about the process.
So if you're ready to take your Metro 2 knowledge to the next level and unlock the full potential of this powerful tool, stick around for part 3 of our deep dive. All right, we're back for the final part of our deep dive into Metro 2 compliance. We've talked about what Metro 2 is, the potential it has to really shake things up in your financial life, and even some strategies for making it work for you. Now I'm really curious to see how the software itself actually functions.
That's a great place to focus our attention.
Yeah.
After all, this software is what brings all of this to life.
Right.
It's a tool that can make Metro 2 accessible and, dare I say, even a little bit fun to use.
Fun is good, especially when we're talking about something as potentially stressful as credit repair.
Right.
So walk me through it.
Yeah.
What's it like to actually see this software?
Well, imagine you've just logged in for the first time.
Okay.
You'll land on the dashboard, which is kind of like your command center for the entire process.
So it's like mission control.
Exactly.
For my credit journey.
And this dashboard is packed with features. Designed to make the entire process as smooth and efficient as possible.
Okay, break it down for me.
All right.
What are some of the key features that I should be looking out for?
One of the first things you'll notice is the credit report upload section.
Okay.
This is where you'll import your credit reports from all 3 bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion.
So it's pulling all of my credit data
precisely
into one central location.
It's creating a unified view of your credit landscape.
Okay.
And once those reports are uploaded, the software really gets to work. It analyzes the data, looking for patterns, inconsistencies, and of course, anything that might violate those Metro 2 compliance standards.
It's like having a team of credit analysts.
You got it.
Working behind the scenes, digging through my reports, and flagging anything that looks suspicious.
And based on that analysis,
the
software generates a list of your accounts. Categorized as either positive or negative. This helps you quickly identify the areas where you might want to focus your dispute efforts.
That's super helpful.
It is.
It takes a lot of the guesswork out of the equation. So once I've identified some potential targets, what's next?
That's when you'll want to check out the software's dispute tracking feature. This allows you to keep tabs on every dispute you filed, see what stage it's in, and monitor its progress.
So it's like a project management pool for my credit repair journey. Keeping everything organized and letting me see what's happening at a glance.
No more wondering whether your dispute letter got lost in the mail. Or if the credit bureau is actually doing their job. You have full transparency every step of the way.
Okay, so I'm loving this so far.
Good.
The analysis, the categorization, the tracking, it's all very impressive.
It is.
But what about the actual dispute letters themselves? I'm not exactly a legal expert. How does the software help me with that?
Well, one of the most valuable features is the built-in letter library. It has templates for a wide range of dispute scenarios, all pre-written to align with those Metro 2 compliance standards we've been talking about.
So I don't have to start from scratch? Or try to figure out the legal jargon on my own?
Not at all. The software does the heavy lifting for you. You just select the template that applies to your situation, input the relevant details, and voila! You have a perfectly crafted Metro 2 compliant dispute letter ready to go.
That's a game changer.
It is.
It really removes a lot of the stress and uncertainty of the process.
It does.
Now, once I have my dispute letter, what's the best way to get it to the credit bureaus?
The software offers a couple of options. You can print out the letters and mail them yourself. The old-fashioned way. Or if you want to save some time and hassle, you can take advantage of the software's integration with third-party letter processing services.
So I can literally clip a button
You got it.
and they'll handle all the printing and mailing for me.
It's all about convenience and efficiency.
I love how streamlined this whole process is.
It is.
Now, beyond all these awesome features, does the software offer any kind of guidance or educational resources?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The software includes a wealth of resources to help you understand the ins and outs of Metro 2 and credit repair in general. There are tutorials, articles, and even videos that walk you through the process, explain key concepts, and offer tips for maximizing your success.
So it's not just a tool.
Exactly.
It's also a teacher.
It's about empowering you with knowledge, not just automating tasks.
And what about the community aspect that Dion talked about in the video? Is that integrated into the software as well?
There's a dedicated section where you can connect with other users, share your experiences, ask questions, and offer support. It's a great way to tap into the collective wisdom of the community and learn from others who are on the same journey.
I can definitely see the value in that.
Yeah.
Credit repair can be a lonely process.
It can.
So having that community aspect can make a big difference.
It does.
It's like having a support group cheering you on every step of the way.
And with that, I think we've pretty much covered the key features and functionalities of the software.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
It is a powerful tool.
This software really does seem like a game changer.
It does.
For anyone looking to take control of their credit.
Yeah.
But I imagine some people might still have some questions or concerns.
Absolutely. Let's address a few common ones that often come up.
Great idea.
Okay.
So what about people who aren't tech savvy? Is this software user-friendly enough for them?
That's a valid concern.
Yeah.
And the developers have definitely taken that into account.
Okay.
The interface is very intuitive and easy to navigate.
Right.
Even for those who aren't particularly comfortable with technology. Plus, there are helpful tutorials and support resources available every step of the way.
So even someone who's not a computer whiz can still use this software effectively.
They can.
That's great to hear.
Good.
Now, what about security? I know a lot of people are hesitant to put their sensitive financial information online.
That's a crucial question.
It is.
And security is a top priority for any reputable software provider.
Right.
The software uses the same level of encryption and security protocols as online banking platforms.
Okay.
So your data is safe and protected.
Okay. That puts my mind at ease.
Good.
So the software is user-friendly, secure, and packed with amazing features.
It is.
But is it legal?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We talked earlier about the legal framework that supports Metro 2. This software simply provides a tool for exercising your rights under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. You're not doing anything illegal or unethical by using it.
Okay.
You're simply leveraging a system that's already in place to ensure accuracy and fairness in credit reporting.
So the big question, can this software really help me
achieve my credit goals?
While there are no guarantees when it comes to credit repair.
Right.
This software, combined with a solid understanding of Metro 2 and a commitment to the process, can significantly increase your chances of success.
It sounds like it's not a magic bullet, but rather a powerful tool that can help you take control of your credit and build a better financial future.
It's about empowerment, knowledge, and taking action.
And with that, I think we've reached the end of our deep dive into Metro 2 compliance.
Right.
It's been an incredible journey.
It is.
And I'm so grateful to you.
Well, thank you.
For sharing your expertise and insights.
It's been my pleasure.
I hope this deep dive has been helpful.
I hope so too.
And empowering for everyone listening.
You too.
Remember, you have more control over your credit than you think.
You do. And with the right tools and a commitment to the process, you can achieve incredible things.
I can.
Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
On this deep dive into Metro 2 compliance.